Good evening, Cubers of the Cash. Gary B, the casual comic guy here, and joining me as every Tuesday, we got Steve, the voice white. Steve, how you doing tonight, sir?
Excellent. Thanks for having me back again. Your wingman.
Nice to see you, bud. I know we were showing some books to each other backstage that we both recently picked up, so we were having some fun with that. And of course, our guest of honor tonight, his first time on the 1011, we have Joseph Michaels, the Adventurous Joe. Joe, how you doing tonight, sir?
Hanging in there.
Now, Joe,
hanging in there.
As we like to do on this show, we're going to give you the stage for 2 minutes here. Introduce yourself. Tell people what your channel's about for those who are going to catch us on the rewind who don't know you. And give them a little hint of what they can find out on your channel. I think he's
I am Joseph Henry Michaels Jr., as everyone, but the Adventurous Joe to everybody else. I do toy reviews, comic book reviews, cooking episodes, and stuff like that nowadays. My channel originally started as doing reviews here and there on things, but it got, as it progressed, it got more and more to the point where I was getting overwhelmed with it. So in 2019, due to health issues and stuff, I took time off, came back 4 years later and stuff, and now the channel's blown up. The channel's literally blown up. We're celebrating our 600 subscriber giveaway right now, and tomorrow is the last day to enter that. So it's like lots of stuff going on, and like I said, and it's like Mark said earlier today during his live and stuff, that when I talked about the 600 subscriber thing, he says, yeah, you want to be a part of these giveaways because Joe does. Yeah, 2 different giveaways I've done, and nobody knows what I'm capable of. So.
Well, that's all right. So we have your link in the description below for anyone that's not familiar with your channel. And if any of my mods could drop his link in the chat, that would be awesome. But let's go say hi to the chat real quick, and then we'll come back to you and let you start out your 1011. All right, first in, as always, we have James Las Cruces. How you doing tonight? Now, Las Cruces isn't his last name. His name is James, and I say Las Cruces after. One of my all-time favorite people, Jerry. Steve White.
Yep.
Our guest host right here, our co-host, I mean. We have Mark from Legion of Comics. Good evening, sir. Great to see you. DVH, Mr. Dr. Von Hoots himself. Good evening, DVH. Nice to see you. We have Mr. Digger Jim. Good evening, Jim. Nice to see you, buddy. That's my Thursday co-partner.
Yep.
We have Jean Malot over from the Canadian side of things. Good evening, Jean. We have Manny, the Hobgoblin Collector. Good evening, Manny. Great to see you, sir.
Hey, Manny.
And of course, people are getting their notifications right now. So as they're popping in, I will give them a tip of the hat. But first and foremost, thank you, Jim. This show tonight is about Joe, so we're gonna turn it over to him. We're gonna set him free, let him do his first item.
Let's see what it is.
Well,
delays.
First item is my namesake.
Oh, cool.
This is King Atlas, and believe it or not, this is actually a repaint of the Transformers Machine Wars Starscream, but they decided to name the remake because of a whole. There was that Transformers convention exclusive stuff that was going on, the Transformers Club at the time. They had the Transformers universe, and they had all these different Transformers from Beast Wars, some Gen 1, some Robots in Disguise, and so on and so forth. Okay. This one became my personal favorite, King Atlas. And I said, where's the backstory on this guy? So literally, I wrote, this was part of a contest I did while I was in Florida when I first got this guy. I wrote a freaking story about this guy and turned it in to see if I would get anything out of it. And it was like weeks and weeks and weeks. And because we didn't have internet back then, back when at that point and stuff, you didn't have the internet to go by and everything. Okay. So they freaking you don't know nothing. There was no announcements or anything and stuff like that till you get a letter in the mail saying if you've been chosen for something or not. Okay, so my story won second place, and Hasbro sent me 3 different Transformer figures, which I don't have anymore.
Oh, cool.
That's still cool.
But they said my story was so good.
Hold them up nice for us all to see. Good. Awesome.
Used to
Now,
be a
Joe, how does
Decepticon.
someone enter your contest right now?
Just go over to the video that's titled 600 subscriber giveaway. And there's 2 rules you got to follow by it. And all you got to do is enter the hashtag TF1.
There you go.
And everybody's got to be entered by tomorrow because I'm going to start collecting. I'm going to start collecting names and getting it put together for a elimination wheel.
Now that's the first time, because I'm not a big Transformers guy. I had never heard of King Atlas before.
Oh, me neither. But I knew Starscream.
Oh yeah, nobody's hardly heard of him. If you, yeah, that's because the Machine Wars Starscream. Hang on a second. Can I take this? Yeah, there. No, he's over there.
There it is.
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
because originally, when the Machine Wars were taking place, the Machine Wars line, it was supposed to be after Transformers Beast Machines.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Machine Wars was supposed to show how the Autobots re-evolved, the Transformers re-evolved and became machines again and stuff instead of just beasts like they were in Beast Wars and Beast Machines. And one of the Transformers they did was this guy, but he was all in black and silver, and they named him Starscream because he could turn into a stealth bomber.
Wow.
Right.
And when they redid it for the Transformers Universe line, they renamed him King Atlas and put him into a story. He was in one comic story. And that's why I was like, where's the backstory for this guy? He had nothing until I wrote that story about him and stuff saying that basically I made it about like he was a Transformers headmaster that originally he bonded with myself and I bonded with it to, make his head again and stuff. And he became a Transformer headmaster. And I was like, okay, from now on, this is my namesake. I am King Atlas.
Nice. It's a cool name.
And he was one of those Transformers. Yeah, he was one of those Transformers that became part of the obscured line. And I've even wrote Hasbro, since they're redoing the Transformer figures these days and stuff, even bringing back characters that were in just the comics, the club comics and stuff like that. I said, I want to see a new version of him. I really want to see a new version of King Atlas. And they said that he'll be put on one of those poll lists. Yeah, exactly. And I said, I really want to see him get a new figure because I've had this sucker since, what was it, 97, 95, 97 or 96, I think it was. Wow. When they started redoing these. And he was actually a present from my parents. And they told me that they knew I liked Transformers and stuff like that. And my mom said I was always eyeing this sucker at the store. That's a big one too. So I says I always wanted to get that one. Yeah, and he was one of my first ones to get that I actually kept and said, this guy's going nowhere. I don't care if I get married one day and the wife says, oh, you gotta get rid of all the toys and stuff. Oh no. This is never going.
That comes with you, right? That's part of the package.
Now, before we get to your second one, let me plug next. Let me plug next Tuesday real quick because TJ's coming on. So he's coming on Flash by Night, and he's doing an all Transformers 10-1-1. So all Transformers comics.
Damn.
All right, but number 2, Joe. Good first pick.
How much you want to bet? It's all comics. It's all his comics.
Oh, it is. He's doing a comic book one next week. Yeah.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, so Joe's he's getting us delayed, guys. That's why there's a little delay here and there.
Decombobulated.
Number 2, Joe.
Yeah. Okay, what's number? Oh, number 2. I'm sorry, I got mixed up here.
More drugs or less drugs?
Number 2.
Is an unboxing.
Ooh, that's even better.
Is
Hey, Kenneth.
That's because I've had this sucker packed up for so long and stuff because I'm still redecorating. Because everybody's asking me to show a video of my entire toy collection and stuff like that. And I'm like, it takes time to work on this stuff.
It sure does.
Let's see.
Oh, right on.
That's my G.I. Joe Awe Striker.
Wow.
Nice.
That's holy crap. That goes back. That takes me back to the good old days in the 80s. Hasbro toys, baby.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have that, Steve?
Oh, yeah. Back when they were.
Oh, God, no.
You know,
I don't go down the rabbit hole of toys because that is just a whole. Well, when I went to Treehouse Collectibles and saw the flag sitting there, and I went, no, I have to sell
the cannon.
Oh, you got.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
There's the cannon.
Yeah.
That goes on top.
Are the hardest.
The problem is I can't get it to stay on top, so I got to work
accessories.
Now, is that your favorite G.I. Joe vehicle, Joe?
And then there's vintage G.I. Joe guys in here.
Oh,
yeah. That was one of my favorites from when I was a kid and stuff. It was actually the first G.I. Joe vehicle I gotten. And when we moved from Michigan down to Florida originally, we lost a lot of stuff in the move, and a lot of it was my vintage G.I. Joe stuff.
Oh.
Because it was supposed to have been on the truck.
Yeah, she sold it on eBay. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
There's Shipwreck.
Yeah. Has he got the parrot with him?
That one's always a personal favorite because my dad was in the Navy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
This one's always been a personal favorite because my dad was a Navy man.
Did you ever have the flag?
Yeah. I had the flag. That sucker took up a lot of space.
Yep. 6 feet tall,
at the time we were living in Michigan. At the time when we were living here in Michigan, okay, originally we had a house out in the countryside that had a two-story. We had the upstairs was the living room and everything else. Our bedrooms were up there and everything. Downstairs was a wide open basement. So we had our own toy rooms and stuff. And mine was just filled with all my stuff, and my flag was just sitting straight out.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, God. I told my dad, can I float this thing in the pool? I says, I bet you can float this thing in the pool. He says, that goes in the pool. I'm confiscating it.
And
like,
just let you know it will float. It will indeed float.
Putting in the FOC and chill with Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the flag will float. I've seen pictures of the kids having those things in the pools. Oh, mutt.
See, now you already won over Steve with the G.I. Joes.
Yeah, that's it. It's all good now. Now we're just talking Joes the rest of the night.
Oh, I'm literally trying to rebuild my collections. I mean, it takes time, and especially when you got to watch finances on everything. You got to pay house bills, taxes, all that mumbo jumbo now.
You just decide whether you want to eat that week or not. You know, if ramen's okay with, if you're okay with ramen, 44 cents, you're good.
Here you go. Show flag again, because DVH says he never saw flag in person. It was released over there.
Yeah. There's
still have it. Yeah. Do you still have the flag though?
No, actually, that was one of the things we lost during the move.
Oh.
And we never found another one and stuff. And when we were living down in Florida, we did find one at this toy shop, but the guy was asking a fortune for the blasted thing, and it wasn't even complete.
Yeah, $1,200 is what they go for up here.
I told myself one day, yeah, I told myself one day I might get it again someday if I strike it rich or something. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is a good portion of my vintage collection and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I plan on putting that sucker in my glass cupboard as soon as I get this. Since it's all unpacked now.
And put Bazooka in there and have Shipwreck Man and the Gun.
All right, number 3.
Yeah, there you
good,
go.
Good show. Some classic Joes are always good.
Where's my number 3?
All right, we're getting some good
my number
80s and 90s toys here.
Yeah.
I remember. Hang on a second.
With a Transformer that's changed from a Decepticon to an Autobot and changed names. That's pretty wild.
Right.
I had no idea about that one. Oh, some Spider-Man action.
Ooh, Scarlet Spider.
Yep. Ben Reilly.
Or
Yeah,
Chasm.
there we go. Got it.
Chasm. Yeah, that's the new
My
name,
retro
right?
card. Scarlet Spider. Yeah, Chasm. I hate that name. I literally hate that name.
It's horrible.
I said
Spider.
The first
Chasm?
time they introduced that sucker in the comics and stuff, and they said Ben Reilly is now this Chasm person. I was like, no, it don't fit him.
No.
And on top of that, he went from being a clone of Spider-Man, of Peter Parker, to Ben Reilly being a hero, taking Peter's place and stuff, while him and pregnant MJ were supposed to be off running their own life without Spider-Man and stuff in it, to getting killed by Green Goblin, re-brought back by the blasted Miles Warren again, the Jackal, and then turning into a freaking villain. Then after he got brought back to life, then he goes back to being a hero again. And on top of that, it's like Marvel. I even said it to in Chris's video, Chris the Comic Vet's video, when he was talking about what Marvel could do to fix Spider-Man. Okay, 1, stop freaking up the guy's life.
Right.
My God, it's ridiculous what they do these days. It's terrible. You can't.
Well, stop breaking up him and MJ.
A character like this. And speaking of, yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. They broke up him and MJ. Brought in this Paul guy. No offense to any Pauls out there, but
nobody cares about Paul.
I wish this guy would
Paul at all.
No one cares. No one cares, but yet they make it the big deal that he's got to be MJ's new guy and stuff. MJ's tired of the Spider-Man stuff, but then they go and turn her into Jackpot now. I'm like,
with the worst and I like
where are they going
the original Jackpot?
Oh yeah, even worse. I mean, Jackpot's costume back then. Yeah, it kind of had that disco vibe kind of deal going on with it and everything, but it made sense for her. Okay, MJ's costume is just like, slap this on me. I am now Jackpot.
Didn't they say the Scarlet Spider
God.
Ben Reilly was the OG and Peter's the clone? Wasn't there something about that too? Like Jesus.
Yeah, it was a
Mark's right about that. Like,
them.
It's like a Jerry Springer storyline at this point.
Yeah, it does.
Who's the father?
Right.
You are not the father.
I can just see that. Then you bring back a clone. Then you bring back the clone of Gwen Stacy, and then you got Felicia Hardy again. Then you got this ex-girlfriend and this ex-girlfriend.
And we all know that I am the
shit show.
Well, we all know I'm the biggest Black Cat fan there is, but Peter belongs with MJ, not with the Black Cat.
Yeah, exactly. Hoorah!
Yep. And I even said that if they can make it where Across the Spider-Verse showed Peter get make up with MJ in his universe and stuff, have a baby together and everything, and life's going great for him ever since he met Miles Morales and stuff like that, then why can't they do that in the comics? I mean, every time you turn around, just like right now, people are having a conniption fit on the next upcoming event in Spider-Man comics. And that's the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man. Because Doom is going, in order to freaking fight some kind of huge demonic threat that's coming or something. The new Sorcerer Supreme, Dr. Doom, is going to kill him over and over and over and over again.
But that's the mistake.
And I'm like, just so he can make him into this.
But that's the big mistake, right? Because Spider-Man,
it's ridiculous.
You gotta stop making his stories like a universe scale. Spider-Man works best when it's street level hero.
You gotta stop making the story.
You know, you can't. Everything can't be this main thing.
He went from being a street level hero to fighting crime all the time. Doc, all Vulture. That didn't matter. That was all street level kind of thing for him. But then Secret Wars happen and they knock him, boom, right onto another planet. And now you get this alien costume that's going to cause you havoc for the rest of your life. And,
exactly.
No offense, Venom was a great character. Okay, Venom was always a great character, but ever since that King in Black crap happened, and now you got this and this and this, I'm like,
you don't gotta apologize to me. I don't like the
stop it. It's terrible.
Like right now, Marvel's
it's just terrible.
Using the same stuff over and over again with the Spider characters, and unfortunately. If it's Spider-Man, it sells, so they don't learn their lesson. They did, but you know, people that have not just Spider title for years.
Man, it's anything. I mean, the one thing that pissed me off the most was the death of Miss Marvel. The death of Miss Marvel. They freaking killed
her
Kamala
new book was
Khan
advertised before she even died.
Just to reborn her to fit
into the mutants.
I know, and they just killed her off so they can make her a mutant. I was like, what are they doing? And then on top of that, Peter's feeling all terrible because, oh my God, I killed Kamala. It's my fault. I did it. She's not, what the? I said, forget this shit. I wrote a thing on Twitter to Marvel about this whole thing. And I told them, take this storyline garbage and shove it in that dumpster that's on fire.
Hey, Joe, do you have a defibrillator nearby?
You break up in Peter and MJ.
He might need it. Defibrillator. You got a
break
defibrillator?
Up Peter and MJ, and then you put him with Black Cat. Not yet. No. Not yet. I'm working on those things.
Right, but yeah, definitely.
At this point, I would have a heart attack over this.
All right, yes. Now, number 4.
I meant, but that's what's so bad about it is that they take things like one thing I want to finish off. Hang on. They take things from in Marvel and they just want to play this whole rinse and repeat crap. Now DC was starting to do that kind of stuff after the 90s and stuff like that. They were trying to do the whole let's do this and that it wasn't working. So that's why they changed it, and that's why DC Comics is more popular these days than freaking Marvel. Okay, now I'm done doing all that.
Well, that depends where you're buying them, because DC's a hard sell where I'm from.
Wow.
But
you put Joe and Chris on the same channel there, and maybe Joe can cause one of them to have an aneurysm.
But DC's got some great stuff right now, especially Wonder Woman. Both times, the Kelly Thompson one was fantastic.
Yeah, the Absolute series has been good.
And
so far.
And like Tom's King, like every issue is like a little chef's kiss of that. That's just great.
Yep. Yeah, and even with Wonder Woman, the new Wonder Woman, I enjoyed that one too. So I'm looking forward to
the Kelly Thompson was good.
She's got her shit together.
Yeah, and whenever I have a DC question, I always go right to Mark.
Oh yeah,
nice.
That's holy crap.
So I don't know what
Cobra
that is
Commander.
though, Joe. Huh?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is that the Cobra Commander character with
Yep.
Okay.
That
Cobra
is
Commander
this was this year's San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Cobra Commander Once a Man from G.I. Joe the animated movie.
Oh wow.
Which is so funny. You would think that the G.I. Joe animated movie, okay, when they were planning to kill off 2 main characters one main villain, one main hero. And they decided that after what happened, the backlash that happened with Transformers the movie, they decided, okay, Duke will just slip into a coma. He'll be turned into a snake. No, Cobra Commander was meant to be killed off because they wanted to start making Serpentor the big cheese kind of deal.
Yep,
because he was already the Emperor of Cobra, but they wanted to kill him off so they would make it permanent that he is ruler of Cobra and stuff. And instead, once Deke took over the series from Sunbow there and stuff, they decided to bring him back.
Oh, he's a great villain though.
Because people got so miffed off over Cobra Commander being killed. And I says, Cobra Commander was never killed. He was just turned into a freaking snake.
Now, Joe, you've had two questions.
He was never actually dead.
They're asking if this is the one that came in with the Jane box.
Is that the Cobra Commander that came from the
Jang box?
The Jang box.
Yeah.
Oh, is he talking about the artwork? Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what the
San
Jang
Diego
box is.
That's the San Diego. Hang on a second. Where is that second? I think I got it.
The San Diego Comic-Con
remember.
action figure and artwork. Did they come together?
Yeah, it was the San Diego. Yeah,
I'm confused.
San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
Yeah, I don't know what the Jang box is.
John Jang. I mean, there's John
I know
Jang.
who John Jang is. I just don't know
know
what the Jang box was.
Yeah, the John. Well, maybe that's the John Jang box right there. Is that the Jang box? It is the Jang box. Oh, yep, ripping into it using
best
scissors.
packing box, best shipper box ever.
Okay, right on. Okay, now it's become clear. Right. So
yeah, they made the cover hologram.
Yep. Oh, neat.
See, like there he is there.
Lenticular.
Oh, that's a nice box.
That
That's well done.
Yeah.
So and that's done by John Jang.
On top of that, it shows the same artwork, the same back.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is Mark's spot on.
I forgot Mark.
Yeah, that's next level. All right. That's freaking cool. So the figure came in that box. Yeah. Okay.
You should have seen what one reviewer did. You should have seen what one reviewer did with that box. He said after he was done, he unboxed it and stuff. He says, "See you later." Tossed it out like that. Like,
no way.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, that's got the freaking exclusive shit on it. Why are you tossing it?
I keep my boxes.
He came with all sorts of accessories. He came with he came with his helmeted head. With the mask and stuff. Sculpt. He came with a mask that you can put on the snake face.
Yeah.
And take it off him and everything else in between. And he came with a little version. Oh, I gotta show you guys that one. Hang on a second. I gotta show you that
one. So, what's coming up on your channel in the next little while, there, Gary?
Well, we're taking Halloween off, but we do have TJ Flash by Night on next Tuesday with Transformer Comics.
Oh 10-1-1. Man, I'm looking forward to that one now.
And then we have Fable doing his action figure 10-1-1 on Thursday next week.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. So Fable needed some. He was supposed to be on last month, but he had stuff going on, and we had to give him a little extra time.
Oh, the little baby Cobra! Look at that, Cobra! Oh, wow. la, 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 la. That's pretty gruesome looking.
This sucker attached. They made it where you can wrap this around.
Like a pencil or your finger.
They made this where you can wrap it around in roadblock.
That's cool. So it's like
the hands move like up and stuff. And the only thing that don't move is the head.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a cool
figure. But they made
it
where you can wrap this around roadblock to where he animated in the movie. It came with this. So that's why I said those
that's a good accessory.
Oh, yeah.
All right, number 5.
Yeah. Number 5. Master Splinter.
That's cool.
From the Turtles of Grayskull.
Turtles of Grayskull.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new
I've
line.
been enjoying the Turtles.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
No.
it's a crossover.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
it's a
crossing over
crossover with
everything.
He-Man and Ninja Turtles, and
Yeah,
it's
they
been
got a
pretty
comic
good.
out of it now too.
Not surprised. Anything to sell a book.
It's been pretty good. The storyline for him, why Master Splinter looks like this and stuff, is because when he found out his sons, the Turtles, the 4 Turtles, got transported to Eternia, he freaking used some kind of ancient spiritual technique or whatever to put his soul into the power of Grayskull itself. And that's why he looks like this and stuff. His eyes are all blue and everything, like he's blind and everything. It's because he's got the soul of Grayskull in it. And I was like, dang.
I like the shoulder
Now,
pads.
my biggest hang up is that, oh, yeah, this can come off. Hang on a second. This can
You
come
see, and I
off.
was collecting the Stranger Thing comics until they crossed them over with the Turtles, and I thought that was like them jumping the
Oh,
shark.
there we go. Yeah, now he's looking more. I thought he looked familiar. I thought it was like those Teenage Mutant Ninja hamster ones, the knockoff one. That's the Turtles.
Oh, the radioactive black belt hamsters.
That's the one. Yeah, I have that one. They did knockoffs like crazy with that. Or Miami Mice.
Oh, biker mice from Mars.
And then there's Biker Mice from Mars. It's another good
Oh,
one.
yeah. Yeah, since I'm big on the He-Man stuff and everything, I couldn't help but get into the Ninja Turtle stuff too.
Did he have like a
that's the
battle
most
cat
jacked
rod?
up Shredder I've ever. I
The
mean,
problem
jacked
is-
up Splinter I've ever seen.
That is neat.
Splinter. Yeah. Well, you should see. You should. Yeah, he's not down here. Shredder is got his own figure from the Ninja Turtle He-Man crossover too and stuff. But he still looks like Shredder, but a little more buffed up.
Right.
And I'm like,
Well,
oh,
you gotta jack him
brother,
up
he still
for
looks
the-
the
for
same kind
He-Man.
of deal.
They give him battle cats to ride or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
giant sewer rats.
the problem with these is this one was like these are Target this one was a Target exclusive because they did 2 different lines. They did the basic line and then they did the exclusives line. And the exclusives line ranged between Walmart and Target. And the problem is where Target, there's no issue finding these guys, okay?
Right.
Walmart, on the other hand, the exclusives for them, it depends on your store and location. Like over in California, yeah, they're still getting them in their store and stuff. You come to my store here in Ludington, Michigan, He-Man, I don't know what you're talking about. Motu? No, sorry, we don't have it.
Wow.
So I have to order everything
That's like a toy
because we
staple.
have no He-Man here anymore. And it's
Third
mostly
world
because
country.
our Walmart store. Yeah, and it's because our Walmart store got stuck with those Masterverse figures, the older ones, for the longest freaking time. And before they finally just put them all on clearance, $6 each to get rid of them and stuff. And
Nice.
I says to one of my friends there that works there and stuff in the toy department at our store, I said to her that I bet you 2 to 1 somebody's going to scoop these up to try and resell for a higher value, or whatever you guys don't sell, it's going to go to Ollie's.
Right.
She was like, what's Ollie's? I was like, oh, it's one of those discount
Thrift
stores.
stores. Yeah, it's like a thrift
We're
store.
selling
Yeah.
it for
That's what I
this
used to
price.
love.
They're gonna get it for that price.
That's what I used to love about KB toys. Like they've had their toys on clearance constantly when those were around. All right,
Oh
number
yeah, I
6.
used to love
sir.
going to KB. Oh, I used to love going to KB Toys.
Oh
That
yeah,
was my staple while living in Florida.
Mr.
He's
Mark
got it.
Andrews.
This stuff is all over the place.
Ow.
Mr. Andrews.
I don't know, all these though, they need to improve getting out of the damn store.
Really? Never been to one.
Like, oh, if you walk in and there's a line, just walk back out and come back another time. At least that's the way it is here.
Yeah, we got places like that up here too.
All right, let's see what his number 6 is.
It'd be something crazy.
Oh,
Darth.
the original Darth Vader and Luke
Holy
Skywalker.
crap.
Huh?
Wow. Kenner.
Yeah, those are the
these
originals.
These are the ones from the
reissues,
retro
aren't they?
collection.
Oh, retro collection.
Oh, okay.
They're the
I was looking for
reissues, but
print
they're
going up.
yeah, the retro collection.
Nice. They look clean.
Because
So I guess
the cape, well, this can come off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I remember the old Darth Vader cape. It went high
This can
and it
still
was just a circle.
And wasn't it more of a cloth type thing on the
yeah,
original
it
one?
can still do that. No, actually, it was always vinyl
Was it?
because it goes up about like that,
Yep, there you go.
just like that, same as the original and stuff. Then you can bring it back down like normal and stuff.
So we can look
Now,
cool.
when the Kenobi show came out, they did do another version of Vader with the cloth cape, and so that's part of the retro collection too and stuff. But
Yeah, the Kenobi show, I
here,
enjoyed
the
more
reason
than I
why I
thought
started
would.
getting these again and stuff. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I
the
couldn't see
lightsabers
really
always
past
killed me.
everybody sitting there.
Because
Yeah.
it was like they ran out of plastic halfway
See?
down the lightsaber.
Oh yeah, the
and
lightsabers
then-
still do. Yeah, even the retro collection ones, the lightsabers are the same. They
Yellow?
telescope out that far
Was it always yellow?
and pull the way in. Yeah, when these were originally released, it was always a yellow lightsaber, and that was before they knew Luke would be using his father's lightsaber, the blue one. See, same deal with those, just like that. Push it back in there, just like the originals and stuff.
First thing that gets busted.
That's part of the reason why I like the retro collection ones, is because they're the figures. These are the figures I had as a kid.
Right.
Yep.
Retro collection. That's why I like these retro collection ones, because these are the figures I had as a child and stuff. And it's part of the reason why I decided to get out of Black Series, because the
scale?
Black Series was just too much. I mean, seriously, we went from being where they literally became a burden on people. One minute you've got it where they're doing lines perfectly, like they started off doing everything perfectly and stuff, but then they were just like, oh, let's throw this one in there. Let's throw this one in there. Oh, it makes no sense, but this is Return of the Jedi line, but let's throw one from Empire Strikes Back in there. Let's throw. I was like, ugh. So recently I got rid of. Yeah, it is. It was like a habit, a drug habit, literally, that you wanted to get all of them.
Now I remember where I grew up, we had a store called H&L Greens, and I used to like get my Star Wars figures from there when I was a little kid.
Oh,
and I remember like they were like $3.95,
right
and that was like super expensive back then. Can you imagine paying $4 for a figure these days?
Pay that for a comic book.
Right.
I mean, it'd be a miracle if you're able to pay that much for it. Because they sell these guys for $12 each.
Jesus.
And now in the case of the original trilogy here, these guys came from a box set because they didn't sell them originally single carded. They sold them in a set.
Right.
In a case set and stuff, because they said that not a lot of stores didn't think they would sell pretty good, because nobody, everything was all about the newer stuff, not the going back to the older stuff and everything. But the surprise of Hasbro, they literally were wrong on it and stuff, and retailers were wrong, because the shit was selling like crazy.
Yeah, I remember having the Darth Vader face case.
Not everybody's a fan of those freaking big. Yeah, I had that, and I had one of those. I had a C-3PO carrying case. I had a lot of Star Wars stuff as a kid. Had the Death Star, and
I had the AT-AT.
Oh yeah, both versions.
Oh, yeah.
Cloud City. There was. Yeah.
All right, number 7.
Oh God, the 18. Oh God, yeah.
That was a cool toy.
Number 7.
Big,
okay.
Big. All the Star Wars stuff, just like the G.I. Joe toys. Those things were massive. Like, Jesus. It's like the two of them were duking out. Like, oh,
and
you
I
got
had
a big
tauntaun
toy?
where the belly opened up.
Yes, I remember that thing too.
Yep. And you're always pretending to cut them open with your little figure. You're like,
And you're making the noise too.
Yep.
And then all the guts come falling out. Stick Luke in there to get warm. Yeah, every time I saw that second one in the cold there, geez. Oh, that's
nice. Cool. That's a good figure.
Yeah, nope. There you go. Yeah. It's the only one I won't open. Because this was the story behind this one is because this was the last gift I got from my mom before she passed.
Oh,
she died. She passed away in 2021 after losing her battle with cancer. And the year before, she bought this without me knowing it and stuff because at the time, because of all the medical things that were going on and because of my own health issues that were happening at the time, and the reason why I had to take time away from YouTube and recuperate myself is because money was tight. Okay,
right.
Everything was going on, and then you had that stupid virus crap happen, and it was just so in that year, my mom bought this for me from Amazon because it was an Amazon exclusive. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even know she bought it because I had it on order and I canceled it because I said, no, we can't afford it now and stuff like that with everything going on. So I canceled it. And she always had her little laptop and was looking at things and stuff since she couldn't go and do anything. I mean, she was handicapped. She's stuck in a bed and nothing else she could do while she's battling her cancer stuff. So while she was always sitting there and everything, I didn't even know she ordered this. And we had a package show up in the mail and from Amazon. Before I could even say anything, my dad started ripping my ass apart. What did you order? You know we can't afford things right now. What the hell did you do now?
It wasn't me.
My mom had to call him into the other room with the package and tell him it was me. You know, it was not him. It was me. She says that it's a gift for him for his birthday. So December the 15th rolls around. I got this as my birthday gift that year. And I never saw myself parting with it. Never even wanting to open it.
That's nice.
And I said, as cool a figure as it is, and this, believe it or not, I had the vintage version of him. The original vintage version of this of Storm Shadow in this outfit, and it was a birthday gift from my kid brother, and I lost the figure when we moved from Florida.
Oh,
God dang it! I don't know where it went.
One of those niche
I looked
things
all
where
over
they used
for
to
it,
change his outfit up. Right?
Yeah.
They'd give him the camouflage.
And this was when he was part of Ninja Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when he started Ninja Force.
Mm-hmm.
G.I. Joe has nice packaging too.
But like I said, yeah. Oh yeah, the classified series has always got nice packages and stuff.
Good artwork.
And that's why I kind of hated it when they decided to freaking go plastic free when they did and stuff. Because it ruined it for where you want, if you wanted to keep it in the box, it ruined it where you can't see the figure.
Right.
I mean, if you're an inbox collector, it made it where you didn't want to do it. And that's part of the reason also I stopped buying Black Series figures is because maybe get it graded just to keep it. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I might get it graded, but it's got a small dent right here in the bottom area.
Oh, that's okay. It's not about the grade.
It will be one of those. No, it's about the fact that this was the last thing I got from my mom before. Yeah, it's got sentimental value to it.
Still mint in box.
And I even told my dad, yeah. I even told my dad that I'm never letting that thing go. I says I'll sell if I sell off every single thing one day and suddenly decide I'm done with toy collecting and everything. I says that thing will never go anywhere.
Right.
I says it's never going to go anywhere. Just like King Atlas here. Just like King Atlas here. He'll never go anywhere.
Two peas in a pod, huh?
But yeah.
My cold, dead hands.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, number
Yep,
8,
definitely.
sir.
Yep. Number 8. Coming up.
I just got to hold up fingers. I'm going to have to get number signs and just hold up the number.
Exactly. Grade that thing. Who cares about the grade?
Yeah, exactly.
Just
that's exactly right. So it's protected, right?
there's books I've sent in. I don't care about the grade. It's about the sentimental value, and I don't want them to deteriorate anymore.
Yeah, like almost I want to send my G.I. Joe 3 in just to see what grade it hits because it's so ratty after, that was the first one I bought, and it's just, I beat the shit out of that because I read it so much, right?
Right.
I don't even want to clean and press it. I'm just going to send it in like the messed up way that it is right now.
We got an ass crack conversation going on between
whose dent is
across
bigger?
the pond from DVH and Mark.
Whose dent is bigger?
Right. Yeah,
My
but
dent is
DVH
bigger
is
than your dent.
DVH is dances. We've seen it.
Without music.
Oh, the
original, that's from the Keaton one, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that from the Keaton one?
Yeah, that was the first Batman movie.
Yep.
Because he
My
flew
favorite.
up into the sky and he covered the
As I
moon
said-
and everyone was cheering.
As I said, oh yeah. I still loved it. As bad as the Flash movie was and stuff, I still love that shot when the Batwing just lined right up with the moon. I was like,
Yeah.
perfect.
But it was so stupid that the Joker took him out with one bullet shot. And it's like, oh, for crap's sakes. Like, come on. One
It
shot.
was an
he takes
elephant
it out.
gun. It was a freaking elephant gun.
Like,
How
just
in the
extended
hell
the
did
barrel
he kill
and-
it in one shot with an elephant?
Yeah, I know.
Well, they needed a reason to have the vehicle on screen, They didn't want it there for a long time. They just wanted it to
I
be
still
cool so they could
couldn't
sell some more toys.
Blow it up.
Yep. I was like, it was in there. We can make a toy of it.
That's about it.
That is cool, though.
I still
Yeah,
haven't seen
This
Flash
one's from the
movie.
Spin Master line and stuff.
What, Gary? You still haven't seen the Flash movie?
No, I haven't seen the Flash
you ain't
movie.
missing
I haven't
much.
seen the last Guardians or Black Panther movie either. I got to see all 3 of those.
Wow. Wakanda
Yeah.
Forever was a good one.
Yeah. Well, if
Here-
you want, here's how to save yourself trouble. Here's how to save yourself time and trouble. Watch the first Black Panther.
I've
Skip
already
Black
seen it.
Panther Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, Keaton's
Not
great.
everybody likes that movie. I mean, it was okay for things. It was okay for
I'm
things
Batman.
as it was, but it was basically, yeah. This one's by Spin Master. They released them recently and stuff to celebrate Batman's anniversary and stuff.
Yeah, that's a nice
And
one too.
this was an Amazon exclusive.
Did it come with the Batman
Oh
in
yeah,
it?
and
Oh, yeah, it's got a minute. Yeah, I think the wings
Yeah,
pop off that one,
came.
too.
It came with Batman in the box. It came with Batman in the box. I thought it was originally. Originally, I wasn't. Excuse me. Originally, I was not going to open it because I thought the Batman figure was going to come carded, and it turns out that was the other one that McFarlane did, and I was like, God.
Now you got to buy that
Which
one.
I
too,
missed out
rabbit
on that
holes.
one. So
Rabbit holes. Does the wings pop off that one?
yeah, there you go, rabbit hole.
Maybe not.
Next
'Cause I
rabbit
know
hole.
Because the wings popped off and it became a submarine or something like that. It could go underwater. Just the middle
Oh yeah.
part.
Oh yeah, they got it where I think it, if I remember right, yeah, the wings can pop off this one.
Yeah,
Just like
that's
this.
what I thought.
A second.
Breaking
There.
it.
And then you can make it like the submarine kind of deal,
Yeah.
like that.
See, it's a transformer. You got
It's like,
Batwing
broke it.
transformers.
No,
We'll fix that later.
I'll put it back in
Fixing
place
that
when I
later.
got time.
Right. All right. Well, number 9. We got Batwing right there.
Okay.
X-Men.
Oh, all right. Jean Grey. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Number 9.
Is she your
With
favorite?
an extra sculpt, too.
Tilt her forward just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I gotta represent my redheads. Come on.
Let's get some Scarlet next. Snap.
Jean Grey. I'm looking to get the map too and stuff because like I said,
A tramp stamp.
because I said I gotta represent my redheads, and I don't care if Madeline Pryor is a clone of Jean Grey or not. So,
Right.
there you go.
Get them both. Two tramp
That's a good
stamps.
one.
Yeah, Tyler
Marvel
still
has
owes everybody a tramp stamp.
They should do an amalgam universe crossover with the Marvel and DC redheads.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, do all the redheads in it.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was lucky to get my hands on this one and stuff
And kind of the OG
because
costumes.
it kept selling out every time. It didn't matter if it was Hasbro Pulse, Big Bad Toy Store, or freaking Amazon. It just kept selling out everywhere and stuff. So
She looked good with the
somebody
the Wolverine.
alerted me that oh yeah, the Wolverine one, that sucker sold out over and over again to the point now you can't even get it. And now Hasbro decided, oh, let's make it a Target exclusive this time and stuff. Yeah, now you can't even get it on Target.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, good job with that one, Hasbro.
Mark from Legion of Comics turned me on
But yeah,
to.
I enjoyed X-Men 97.
I was gonna get the Barbed Wire movie on Blu-ray, and Mark's like, "Oh no, you need that on DVD because of the special features." I'm like, "Well, they probably have them on the Blu-ray." And I looked on eBay; they don't have the special features on the Blu-ray. You definitely want the DVD version.
Oh no,
there's like 20 minutes
oh,
of some
That's what I was gonna say. You don't want the
some
Blu-ray.
very pointy special features.
Very pointy.
Yes,
It was really cold in there, was it?
it was cold and it was wet.
Oof.
There was a good hose operator there. The DVD was the way to go.
Those special features had your
special features were better than the movie.
Masks going.
I like that.
Oh, number 10, Joe.
Yeah, they probably were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, number 10. Yeah, get number 10.
All right. So that's working.
Yeah, Mark, they probably donated the water for that scene.
The water bill. Yeah.
Right?
I'm betting.
No, it's still not good, DVH, but that special feature is.
Yeah. Keaton is the best.
And I'm
Batman.
surprised, speaking of these characters, like I'm surprised Dark Horse hasn't tried to bring back like X or Ghost or any of these other, or what was it, Warhead? Any of these other characters that they had going.
Yeah. With all those properties. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, there, wrestling had to get in here. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Papa Wheelie's least favorite from wrestling place.
Yeah. Now, who is that?
And that is Bryan Danielson.
Okay, I have no idea who that is.
Yep. Me neither. Know nothing about wrestling. Got a cool T-shirt on. Looks like Cobra Kai.
You know who does know about wrestling?
Okay.
This
Originally,
guy.
when he was in WWE, he was the yes guy. Yeah, exactly. Like Dr. Von Hoot said. Dr. Von Hook. Sorry, Doc.
Oh, he fought the Magic Badger? No, just kidding.
I was there for his best match with Badger.
Yeah, I think that was after my era of watching wrestling.
Yeah, no, can't do that. After the
AEW,
80s.
when I first started, when I first started getting back into toy collecting and stuff and everything, I didn't even know about AEW. I literally did not know about AEW. I knew about Ring of Honor. I knew about WWE, TNA wrestling and stuff, but I had never heard of AEW. And everyone says, oh, you need to start watching that and stuff if you're not going to watch WWE anymore and stuff. I'm like, okay. So I started watching it, and I found out Brody Lee was on there. John Hubert and Bryan Danielson was on there. And I was like, oh, I remember you. You're the yes guy. Because anytime he got his way about something, he was always going, yes, yes, Yes.
Oh, that one. Oh, Rob Fatstack
And,
uses that one when he's got a good book up
Cody
there. It's
Rhodes
that guy
was on-
walking down the hall doing and he's got yes, yes, yes on his shirt.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
the guy.
I said-
Okay. Now I know who it is.
Yep, that's what I said.
Nice. Oh, good one. And you
Yeah,
know,
because even after he won his first championship match in WWE, he was holding on to the title and he was going, yes, yes, yes. Like, okay.
and
He's the yes guy.
Nice figures.
But what was so funny about it is that people like him, you know, after what was going on with WWE changing so much as it was, they were starting to take a back seat. And when he got to AEW, they started to put him like front and center, you know, like they wanted to do with CM Punk and stuff. But AEW is trying to compete with wrestling promotions, different wrestling promotions. So it makes it harder for him and others like him. And John Moxley there, formerly known as Dean Ambrose from The Shield, which was the villainy group, if you will, or whatever, anti-hero group, if you will, in WWE before they all went their separate ways. And now two of them are still with WWE, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. And Dean Ambrose started going by his real name, John Moxley, and went to AEW. So there's a lot of things.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had no feeling. Yeah.
And DVH is a big wrestling guy.
Yeah,
If
the reason why he did that.
He does the Wrestle Crate every month, which is really fun. Watch him and Magic Badger open them.
Oh yeah.
All right, so number 11.
I still love it.
Oh yeah.
I still
number
love
11
it when
with
he's
your
trying to
personal story.
do his joke.
Oh yep.
Oh okay.
Dude, watching
I
was
like, oh, my
watching
personal
wrestling
story.
tales is brutal though. When you're watching like the amateurs and they land on their head and stuff off the ropes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like some of them, some of them are just knock themselves out.
It gets a little ridiculous.
Up again.
Yeah, for such a fake thing, you know.
Well, I mean,
get hurt.
It's staged, but it's still athletic. You still have sports injuries. It's still
absolutely
especially
jumping off that top rope. Jesus.
Oh yeah, they were worried about Logan Paul at one point because he was supposed to go through the table during one of the ladder matches and stuff, and instead he clocked his neck and head right on the edge of the table.
Well, they need to worry about him again because Tyson's going to.
As much as I don't like the guy, yeah.
Well, Tyson worked out in his 60s and
his brother,
he punched
Jake
a bag 8 times in like a second.
Oh yeah.
Tyson is still a beast.
Everybody's hoping it's going to happen. Yeah, everybody's hoping it's going to happen that Jake Paul finally get knocked out. And I says, oh, I would pay money just to see that happen, but
dude, I learned my lesson back in the day.
Okay, so what was the last thing I was supposed to...
Oh, you got your number 11 one with a personal story attached, an extended personal story.
Okay, well, let's see. Extended personal story would have to be where is it's not down here and stuff, but would be my Scarlet Spider figure, not the one I showed you guys there and stuff. It was it's a tall one that's about 12 inches tall. And my folks, my dad never, whenever he goes out to the store and stuff, even if I asked him to, if I can't go with and stuff like that, even if I asked him, could he look in the toy aisle and see if there's something, one of those figures there I'm looking for or something, he'd tell me, you get your own, you do it with your own money, your own car, your own gas, all this kind of stuff. And he surprised the hell out of me when he came home one this was after Mom passed, about a couple months after Mom's passing. He came home and getting groceries and stuff, and he comes over to my desk, right over to this desk here and stuff, drops this bag in front of me and stuff, and he says, "Here." I was like, "Okay, what'd you get me, some cookies or something?" And I opened up the bag, and it was this 12-inch version of the Scarlet Spider.
Nice.
And I went out there into the kitchen while he was still putting the groceries away and stuff, and I gave him the biggest hug ever and stuff. And he says, yeah, go away now. But it's one of those things. It's one of those things. He was a man in the Navy. Okay, he had his he's got his strictness to him. He had his disciplinaries to him and stuff. Okay, he's one of those guys that said that you kids better have your beds made. I want to bounce a quarter off that damn thing, and I challenged him on it one time. I made my bed, and I says, "Now let's see you bounce the quarter off." And he said, "Oh, you're being a smart ass now?"
Yes.
I was like, "You said you want to see a quarter bounce off, and I want to see it happen." Then he goes like that. He goes like that, throws the quarter, and it bounces on the bed, but it don't bounce like he always claimed. And I says,
"Rip your bed apart, do it again."
I says, "Must be a defective quarter."
All right. Well, you don't have that military grade mattress either.
Yeah, that's the one that's made out of steel.
Right.
And he says, he goes over, picks up his damn quarter off the bed and stuff, and he says, "Fine, you made your damn bed." I was like, I'm challenging authority. I can't help it. But I got hell for it when I got downstairs. I came over and was talking to Mom, and she says, Come here. Okay, all right. She's over here in the living room, in her hospital bed and stuff. And she says, "Do not challenge your father." she says, "Stop challenging your father. This is not one of your wrestling matches. This is not some beef that you two are going to have and stuff." She says, "Do not challenge."
8 simple rules to navigate your dad.
She says,
right.
She says, "You want to challenge?" She says, "You want to challenge anything?" She says, "Go out there in the damn kitchen and challenge the dishes."
Did you say, "Mom, I already lost that battle"?
I said, "I lost that battle a long time ago." I says, "I lost that battle a long time ago."
That's funny because
already got them done. And
my kid loses that battle every day. I do the dishes.
She called him that.
Man, you big softy, Gary.
She called him in the living room. She called him into the living room from the kitchen and stuff, and she said, "Don," and he says, "What?" And she said, "Get in here." Okay, so he walks his ass in there and stuff while I'm still standing there, and she says, "Did you do the dishes yet?" And he says, "No, I was getting ready to." And she says, "Not anymore. Smart ass here is going to do it." So my butt had to go out there and clean everything. And this is after Thanksgiving dinner for God's sake. So I had to clean everything.
The biggest dish day of the year.
Freaking. Oh my God. And by the time I got done and I went to go sit down and stuff, my mom said, my exact words was, "Done being Mr. Challenge of Authority." I says, I was not ready. I was ready to flip off.
You can't flip.
No, she'll probably see it.
Right?
Because it was like you could say "F you" to her or something, and she could hear it a mile.
Right?
Like
Let's get that mom hearing.
That's what I said. My mom and dad were, yeah. I even asked her one time, "Are you sure that?" I says, "Are you sure you weren't the military here?"
Right.
And she says, "No, I'm the mom here." So it's like, oh, okay.
Worse than the
military.
military.
Yeah. But like I said, my dad, yeah, my mom and dad were, they were challenging at times and stuff, but they raised me right. That's all there was to it and stuff.
Hey, they cared. They were
I got
around,
in trouble
right?
when I was younger. Oh yeah. My mom, like Doc said there and stuff, DVH said, his mom was awesome. Yeah, my mom was awesome too. She was tough, but she was awesome. Because I was born with medical difficulties and stuff, and it took a lot of toll on everything. But they never gave up on me. Okay. And even when I was in high school, my final year of high school, I was ready to quit. I literally was ready to quit high school. And they told me, you're not quitting. I says that I can't take it anymore. All this other blah, blah, blah. And my mom said that you are Joseph Michaels. She says, what is your priorities? I says that graduate high school, become a writer, yada, yada, yada. And she says, now, how are you going to accomplish that if you quit high school? Your senior year of all things. She says, you're this close to graduating. How are you going to suddenly quit?
Yeah,
and
don't quit
I
the
says,
finish line. Yeah.
because I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I literally was put up with people bullying me and stuff. My girlfriend at the time, her and I didn't get engaged until after we both graduated high school and stuff. But everything was starting to collapse on myself. And I literally was like on the verge of ready to quit. But it was after I graduated that I said, I'm glad I didn't quit. I'm glad my parents were there to straighten me out and make sure I didn't quit. Sure, my diploma ain't going to mean a damn thing. But because I'm graduating high school, I'm not going to college or anything. Okay. And but at the same time, it was one of those things I'll look back on and I say, if I have kids one day and I said, and my kids suddenly say their final year of high school, they're going to quit before they're ready to graduate, I'm going to do the same damn thing to them that they did to me. And tell them, this is what your grandparents would have said. And I will kick your butts clean into that school if you don't stay in that school and graduate.
Right? Yeah, you got to see it through.
You want your kids to succeed.
Well, because
you want them to succeed,
regardless of how tough it is. It gives them that sense of accomplishment.
Exactly, just like me. When I accomplished graduating and stuff, first thing I did, after I graduated, well, for one, I lost my fiance, girlfriend slash fiance, and we broke up because she was cheating on me with someone else that she worked with and stuff, and she got caught, but she tried to deny the whole thing. Deny.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that didn't work because family members know each other. Even while we were living in Florida, we had family down there and stuff, and family members talk. So when that happened, I started feeling depressed. I felt like, well, maybe I just made a mistake in life and so on and so forth. And then one day I saw my pen and paper and I started writing everything down and going this and this and this. Okay. I was like, okay. And I just started writing. And then next thing you know, when I got my first computer, I was on it typing out my stories. Just started typing out everything. And the very first story, oh God, I can't show that on camera. I cannot show it on camera. I still have it upstairs. The very first story I ever wrote was adult erotica type stuff. And it had pictures, hentai type pictures and stuff. And the first words out of my mom's mouth was, what in the hell did you do?
Oh, man.
She says she's trying to read the story, but the pictures are distracting her. And my dad took one look at it and he says, "Who wrote this?" My mom points right at me and says, "He did that. He did that. Our son did that." And
yes, folks, Joe is completely out of control at this point.
Right? Yeah, they reined him back in.
Get rid of those pictures. Get the pictures off it.
Oh, DVH knows somebody.
But,
He's got a guy.
He said,
Right?
he says, "Get the pictures off of there." He says, "Get those pictures off of there." And the pictures stayed on it. And I said, I'll just never show the story to anyone else and stuff. You know, maybe someday. But yeah, I'll never show that story.
Write what you write and then put it out there for the world. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. I gotta get me a thing. I'll have to do.
Your penthouse. Yeah, I used to read those a lot as a kid.
Brad. Nice.
Oh, well, it was an interesting one because I made up a character that I was originally gonna make it about me, you know, doing all this adult stuff. And I decided, no, I'll make up a character and stuff and put him in this perspective and stuff. And he was supposed to be like a superhero in training kind of deal and stuff, but going to college. And while he's at college, he's banging all these women left and right. Like I said, when I wrote that story, my parents damn near had a heart attack. They were like, they never seen me write something so raunchy in all their life. And I showed it to my kid brother and my sisters, and my sisters were looking at it. And they said that the one was married at the time and stuff, and she was looking at it and stuff, and she says, "Huh?" And I says, "Huh, what?" And she says, I'm gonna have to ask my husband if we can try that position."
Oh, geez. Now, did you have a spec pick, Joe?
I was like, okay, the system spec pick.
Oh, we're out of control.
It's okay if you don't. It was a good.
I don't got nothing handy at the moment.
Oh, that's okay. Because we're gonna.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I do.
Wow, Star Trek.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I got that book.
You see it?
Yeah.
Yep. Star Trek 1. Motion picture, guys.
Right? You got Chubby Kirk.
Yeah.
Can you guys see it?
It's Admiral Kirk.
Right? Admiral Kirk. That's right.
Star Trek issue number 1.
Yeah, the motion picture. I think I saw that in the theater too.
Yeah, I went. This one's actually, I think it's supposed to take place. It says the adventure begins anew. I think it's supposed to take place either after Star Trek 5 or before after Star Trek 6, because it's continuing the. It says it's continuing the voyages of the original crew and everything before they brought out the Next Generation comic. And I picked it. I got the first 15 issues while I was on a trip, one of my business trips and stuff. I stopped into a local comic shop, went through their dollar bin, and the guy just had tons of freaking older comics in there and stuff. And I says, if I was a millionaire, I'd come back here and buy it all.
Right. Because
there were a lot of them from my childhood. And I had this originally when I was a kid.
Nostalgia sells.
Oh yeah. And these days I'd gotten back into watching Star Trek because of let's put it this way. You can only watch Star Wars shows for so long, okay, before you finally get bored. Okay, so I did when I got Paramount
Star
Plus.
Wars and Star Trek are completely different.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's the one thing I've always said about the debate between Star Trek and Star Wars. Okay, people always had this debate that Star Trek is better than Star Wars is better than Star Trek. Here's the thing. Star Trek is based in our reality because it's people from Earth exploring the galaxy and stuff like that. Where Star Wars is a fantasy that's taking place in a galaxy far, far away from Earth and stuff, where we don't even know if Earth exists in Star Wars. And Dark Horse kind of made that an abundant clearance on that one in one of the old Indiana Jones comics they did. That Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon crashed on Earth. And him and Chewbacca were found dead in the Millennium Falcon, and Indiana Jones found them. And I was just like, Star Wars found Earth?
Like, hey, this guy looks like me. I recognize those cheekbones.
Well, Han Solo was kind of a skeleton at that point, but he said that when he looked at him, he did take one look at him. Yeah. He did kind of take one look at him and stuff. And he says, something's familiar about all this. And I was like, that was in one of the comics that Dark Horse did and stuff. And I was like, how in the hell? I was like, are they trying to say Star Wars was in our galaxy, in our universe the whole time?
All right, so we are going to wrap it up because FOC and Chill starts in 10 minutes, and I don't want to go into Marcus's show. But while we're talking about that, let's promote FOC and Chill on Circumstances channel.
Right.
Every Tuesday, guys, go watch Marcus. Where about the only thing you can guarantee with that show is there will be no FOC talk.
But there'll be lots of butts.
Yeah, lots of butts. But we'll go around the horn here, and we'll start out as we always do on Tuesday with Steve. Steve, what's coming up for you, sir?
Well, I'm hoping to get back to my finding the hidden gems in the collection. On Monday, I did a little detour, and I went through this free box of comics that I got from my LCS. So next will be the Voices Choices tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow is New Comic Book Day.
It is.
Day of the week. And that's about all I got going on right now until I come up with something new.
I stand corrected. They did FOC last week. See?
Ooh, there you go. Sometimes it happens.
For me, like I said, next Tuesday, we don't have a show on Halloween. We're skipping that. But next Tuesday, we have TJ Flash by Night on doing the Transformers 1011. And then we have Fable coming on doing his action figure 1011 on Thursday. And, of course, Joseph, what's coming up for you, sir?
Well, right now, the 600 subscriber giveaway, I'm going to be collecting. Everybody's got till tomorrow to get in on it and stuff. Because on October 31st, I'm going to be making the wheel, putting the video online and stuff, and showing who's going to win that Transformer. Oh, let me show that to everybody.
And he's off spelunking.
Yeah. Man, I was just looking at my book, man, and this thing is crispy. I tell you.
Oh, nice.
Double signed.
Ooh, by who?
Dennis O'Neill and Jerry Ornway.
Oh, nice. You need to get Michael Keaton's signature on there.
I do. This thing is like I want to send this thing in.
That surprise? Very nice.
Oh, Transformers. Bumblebee. Oh, is that Bumblebee?
Yep.
Nice.
All right, cool. So everyone go over to to the Adventurous Joe's channel and
from the new game that was supposed to be coming out called Transformers.
Lag is a real thing.
Video and make sure you follow the 2 rules. There's only 2 rules you got to follow. You got to be. Yep, you got to be. You got to be a subscriber to my channel, a public subscriber, and you got to be right here in the U.S. And if you're international and you want to take place in it, you can take part in it. And if you win, you got to prize tag somebody here in the U.S. you want it sent to. And everybody's got to have contact information. So I can't play. So I don't have to play this game of hunt you down.
Well, cool prize. So
Put
you
that
got till tomorrow to enter that, guys. So head over to Joe's channel and get in on
That's
that.
right.
And of course, as we like to end
Yep.
this thing, we'll give it a hearty, keep it casual, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Ooh.